What's up, guys? My name is Rob Alexander and I ride BMX. So I just picked up a stem from Colt at the Colt Clubhouse. Shout out to them, always hooking it up. They have really good parts, really good prices, and everyone at the clubhouse is just super sick. They always help me out and take care of me. But I picked up the Colt Judgment stem. It's like super hot right now because it's been sitting in my truck all day while I was at work. Oh my god, this thing's on fire. But yeah, dude, like this thing is so clean. Definitely one of the cleanest stems out there. I'm sure this is fully CNC'd from a block of aluminum. So since I got this stem, I was like, I should just make a video about stems. So I put a few stems in my truck this morning, and yeah, so here they are. So this is a fully CNC'd stem from one block of aluminum. Usually you're gonna pay a little bit more for this type of stem. And my phone's ringing. Shut up. Yeah, so you're gonna be paying a little bit more for this type of stem because it's made by a machinist in a CNC machine, and it takes a little time to finish it. So there's a CNC. This is a top load Haro. I actually really like this stem. It's a Haro baseline. This for sure is made in a cast, so it's basically a mold that gets filled up with aluminum, and it just makes this shape, you know. People argue that the cold forged stems are not anywhere near as strong as CNC'd, but I myself, okay, so I've never snapped a stem ever while riding, but I've cracked many stems, CNC'd and forged, just by over tightening bolts and stuff like that. And I might have gotten like hairline fractures on them from riding, but I've never like snapped one off and totally just eaten crap, snapping a stem. So but there is like tolerances on these stems. The CNC ones, the only complaint I would have, sometimes the fork tube hole right here is a little tight. Some of them are really tight, and these are really forgiving. These are usually a good amount of space, which is good and bad, I guess, because you have to tighten it a lot. So this is a good stem. I like this Haro stem. I've ran like maybe 3 or 4 of these in the past, and I've never had a problem. This is a newer one that I got just because they were on sale for like 25 bucks. So I just grabbed a couple of these, and so this is a shadow stem. I've ridden about 2 or 3 of these. I think this is my 3rd one. This is a beautiful stem, but also forged. So this is made in a mold, and so I don't think these are okay. So this one kind of looks generic, but it has the etched or debossed, right? It's got the debossed Haro logo on top, so not super generic. I love even the rise on this thing is so cool. This is close to being generic. This shadow one is totally custom. You could tell that Shadow owns their own mold to this, because I mean, I've never seen this on any generic stem out there other than the Shadow. It's just got all these little dips and edges that aren't on a generic front load stem. So honestly, this one would be a closer to a generic, but also they have these cutouts which are all custom. So obviously this is made in a CNC machine. They just didn't want to over design the stem, and I totally get it. But they do have this little cool cutout there that sets them apart from every other front load stem out there. That design itself. But yeah, kind of generic for a front load, but I love simple stuff anyways. And then we got the Stolen I just got the other day. So not much experience on this one. I rode it for 2 days. Road park with it, so mostly ramps. Wasn't going hard in the streets or anything, but this is also considered forged. It might be finished with the CNC machine because it is very smooth, and if you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, it's really shiny. Other than comparing to this is a little like porous, I would say. Like you could see the pores in the metal, and that's what a generic forged stem is. The Haro is kind of like that too. It's a little porous. It's not like ultra smooth or anything. I don't know if that's just a finishing thing, or I'm pretty sure it's just from the cast, but this one is not like that, even though I've seen a lot of stems like this. So for this one, very, very generic. There's no cutouts, there's nothing except for the top cap. They had to fit this little plaque in there, so they definitely maybe they have their own mold for this, but this is super generic. And you'll probably find no name stems, which I would totally stay away from at your local bike shop, or I've seen them on Amazon a lot. They have no name. They look pretty cool. They actually have nice edges and stuff. But those, I've ran into problems with one just because a local bike shop had one in a nice like blue color, and I was like, it's $25, like whatever, I'll use it. It kind of matched the colorway of my bike at the time, so I bought it. And I don't know why, but this hole, it's supposed to fit a 22.2 size handlebar, which is like 7/8 or something like that, and the hole was slightly too big, so I literally slammed these bolts down and my bars were still moving. So obviously it wasn't made correctly, and I'm sure that they produced hundreds to thousands of those things, and they're all over bike shops and all over Amazon, and they're not gonna work for you, which kind of sucks. But yeah, so forged stems will run you anywhere between $20 and maybe $50. If it's like limited edition, $60 tops. I would not spend more than $50 on a forged stem. This one, the Matte Ray shadow stem, the VVS, this is probably the most I would spend on a stem, which is not very expensive. This is like 40 bucks, and you can find them on sale for like 32 bucks or 34 bucks. But this one's totally worth it. I've never had any problems with this stem. It holds your bars, it's strong. Look at what Matt Ray's doing. He's doing trucks over like the biggest gaps ever. And if you watch his bike checks or whatever, his edits, he's riding the stem. So the stem is no joke. Cold forged, whatever people say. I don't know, like CNC and cold forged are just two different processes, and I don't know, I can't tell you which one's stronger than the other one. Offer up. I can't tell you which one's stronger than the other one because I haven't snapped any. But if you were to spend your money, what would you buy? Would you buy a CNC stem, which is a little nicer? It's got super nice cuts and edges, usually very shiny, and usually if you don't leave them in your truck in the blazing hot sun, they're super cold to touch. But honestly, yes, this is super nice, and this is about $70. They can go upwards to $100, especially if you get like an animal or something. Those stems last you years before you would have to change it out. Probably same thing for this Judgment stem by Colt. So yeah, this is my second Judgment stem, and I didn't even have to change out my other one, but I did sell that to a friend that really wanted it, so keeping this one hopefully. And I'm gonna put this on my bike with some other parts that I just ordered from Stolen/Fiction, and yeah, we'll get there. Thanks for tuning in. This show was about stems and what you would choose if you had the money, because this Haro stem works. It's 25 bucks, 30 bucks without being on sale, and this is $70. So what would you choose? What would you put on your bike? What do you like? Let me know. Thanks for tuning in. Till next time, guys. Goodbye.